So in this video I want to talk about the FTP program. So when people who come that you want to download files that you placed on your FTP server, they're going to come to 9island.com/FTP. Very simple. And they're just going to go ahead and enter in the username, 9-island, all lowercase, and then the password. If you don't want a password, we can disable that, and then it'll just automatically take them to an FTP page for download. But it's probably a good idea to maybe have a password there. So anyway, next screen they'll see, it'll just say logged in. They'll just click here to proceed, and there we are. And these are all the files that we currently have in our FTP folder on the web server. Now, unlike the interface, the last interface you saw, the one that was all red and black and very kind of metro looking, unfortunately it didn't play so well with touchscreen, so we went back to this more reliable directory explorer that works very, very well with touchscreens. So, but to change the files and folders that are on here, you can't do that through this interface. You've got to actually come into the WordPress administrative interface. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here, and I'm just going to click on account and enter in my username and my password. Give it just a second to log me in. And I'll know that I'm logged in because I'm going to get, this page is going to refresh, and then I'm going to get the WordPress administrative toolbar up here. And I'm going to just go ahead and go up here and click on 9island. And that's going to take me into the administrative interface. And then now I'm going to come all the way down. And all the way down over here, at the very bottom, I see File Manager right over here on the left. At the very bottom of all the WordPress menus, I see File Manager. There are only two selections here. I have File Manager and Configuration. We've already configured it, so you don't have to worry about that. You can click on either one of these, and they take you to the exact same place, which is the File Manager. And as you'll see, we have three folders, Kona, Redhook, and Widmer, just like we have right out here. And then we have two files, like we have right out here. And what we're looking at is just we're looking at the root folder. Right here is what we're looking at. That's just our root FTP folder. That's what we see here. Let me give you, I want to talk about these dots real quick right here. What these do is these take you up a directory. So if I were to come over here and I were to click into Widmer so I can see what do I have in the Widmer folder here, then it's going to show me I've got a Widmer logo, and then I've got a whole bunch of different other folders. So let's say I click on Hefeweizen, and then it's going to take me into the Hefeweizen folder. I can see all the different items I have in the Hefeweizen folder. Okay, so now I don't want to be there anymore. I want to go back. So I'm going to come over here. I have a dot and two dots. Those are still there. These two dots are going to take me back one directory right back up. So now it's going to take me back from Hefeweizen back into Widmer. So now I can see everything that's back into Widmer. Now, if instead of doing that, and I could click this again, and I click this again, and then what it's going to do is it's going to take me back to our original FTP. But what if while I was in Widmer, what if what I really wanted to do, say I'm in Octo and I'm looking at everything, I want to go right back, and I need to get into a folder that Redhook has. So I could click this twice, or I could click this and wait to go to the next screen, or if I just come up here and I click this, this is going to immediately take me back to the root of the folder. Right back to FTP is where it's going to do. So those are what those dots are for. These two dots are saying go up one directory. This other dot is saying go all the way back to the root of the FTP folder. Now, over here you're going to see some options for either renaming or removing directories. A little trash can removes it. Over here for files, you're going to see some more options. You're going to see View, see Edit, Rename, DL, which stands for Download, not Delete, and RM, which stands for Remove, which is actually the delete command. That's what that is. So up here above that, you see the ability to create a new folder, which will create a new folder over here. We can create a new file, which will create a new file in the folder we're at. Right now we're just in the root of the FTP directory, so we'd just create it right here. We would just see it right there below 9island or CBA Seasonals, because that's what we're looking at. When we're looking at the root of the FTP directory, that's what we're looking at right here. It's just that the folders are off to this side, and the content of the directory is off to this side. That's how this browser works. Just a little different. Instead of throwing it all on one screen, they divide it, is what they do. So let's go ahead and what I want to do now is I want to take you through the process of uploading files. We want to create a new folder, upload some files, and then let's delete those files and delete that folder so you can see exactly how to do that. So I'm going to create a new folder right here. And I noticed that one of the folders that was getting created before was called posters. So I'm just going to call it posters and click create. And that's going to create a new file called posters. Now, I'm going to go into this file, into this folder. And now, while I'm in this folder, now there's nothing here, but now I can upload files to this folder now that I've gone into it. And you can always see where you are right up here. It'll always show you the last item right here is the folder that you're in, and we're sitting in posters. That little dot is the root. That little dot is the root of our FTP. That's what that means, that root right there. So I'm going to click Upload Files, and this is going to take me to the Upload File screen. And you can upload files that are up to 20 megabytes in size, and you can upload 20 files at a time. So let's just upload a couple of files. I have a folder up here on my desktop called 9 Island. And let's upload, let's upload a South Korea flag and a Taiwan flag at the same time. Let's just upload the JPG file. So I'm going to click on South Korea, and then if I could just click open, and that would do one. But I want to do both. So if I'm on a Windows machine, I'm going to click Control. If I'm on a Mac, I'm going to go ahead and click the Command key. Click this again, and now both of them are selected. Now I'm going to click Open. Then it's not going to show me both of them. It's just going to show me the first one right there. But that's okay because it's going to upload both. So now I'm going to click Upload. Give it just a minute. There we are. And now you'll see in our posters folder we have South Korea and Taiwan JPG, which are flags. So now I could rename. Let's say I didn't want that little bar in there, South Korea. I could click on Rename, and that would take me to a screen where I can just come right here, click back, and I can rename that that particular file. Now let's say I don't want Taiwan there anymore, so just come over here and click RM, and I can remove Taiwan. It's going to ask me, are you sure you want to do that? I'm say, yes, I'm sure I want to do that. Go ahead and remove Taiwan. It's going to remove Taiwan. So now, let's say I've decided I don't want the posters folder at all. So I'm going to go all the way back to the root of our drive, here, the root of our FTP drive here. I'm going to come over here to posters. I could rename it just like before, or I can get rid of it. Now, it doesn't matter that there's content in there. I've got a file in there, and when I click yes, now the file, if I had more than one file, all the files in there are going to be gone. And now we're going to be back to the way we were before. If you come out here at any time, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder here real quick, just to show you how quickly this is reflected in the front. And I'm just going to call it test, is all I'm going to call it. Let's click create. Okay, I have my test folder right there. I'm going to come out here, I'm going to refresh it, and I have my test folder right there. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to delete that test folder. Yes, I want to delete that test folder. And the moment it's gone here, now it's immediately gone out there. So anyway, that is how you use the FTP File Manager, both for administrative purposes and to let people in so that they can download stuff. If you have any further questions or you need more clarification, just let us know, and we'll be happy to create some more screencasts. Anyway, have a great day.